Hey love bugs! Today we're going to do a new game with our train today in math. Now, when we were back at school, we learned the growing train, where we were adding the whole time. And then the other day, I taught you the disappearing train, where we were just taking away, and you saw me play that game with my daughter Kaylin, and we were using the cubes from the math program. But today we're going to do a little combination. It's called the growing and disappearing train. So there's a couple of things you need for this. You do need your train. So we're going to have one train here. If you made a second train the other night, you can play against somebody, or if you want, you can just have the train and you can play alone, or have a family member play alongside of you and you can play together. In your Ziploc bag of the dice that I made you, we're going to use two of them today. The other day we used this green one. We're not going to use that one today. So I need you to take out your blue die that has the subtraction symbol and the addition symbol on it. And then the orange die that has two number ones, two number twos, and two number threes on it. So you need your blue die, you need your orange die for this. Okay, now the blue die, I don't know if it's great to see on camera. I'm going to try to roll on my workbook so you can see it. Then you also need your workbook. So this workbook, remember, looks like this. It has two sides. This side is for journaling, like when we need room to sketch some ideas when we're doing math. Usually we have the green cover, okay? So I want you to look on the green cover side. You're going to turn to page number 9. Yesterday you worked on page number 8 with Bears I See and Bears Hiding for the Hiding Bears game. And today we're going to have this page, page 9. So can everybody see that? I'm just going to double check in the camera that you can see that. And I'm going to put this away so we don't have any distraction there. Okay, and here's my train. Now the other day I was using the cubes that the math program gave, but like I've told you, we're at home. We have to improvise, right? We don't all have cubes like that at home. So what I just did is I went and I got some fruit snacks. And I'm going to use fruit snacks today to play this game. Check what you have at home, love bugs. Maybe you have stickers. Maybe you have, you know what though, with stickers, you can't stick them down. You'd have to make sure they still have the back on them. Maybe you have Skittles. Maybe you have pennies, nickels, dimes, something like that. Maybe you have like Shopkins, something small that you collect that can fit. Buttons, anything. So I'm going to use fruit snacks. When we play the growing and disappearing train, it's a little bit different. You start with 10. You don't go all the way to 20. So I'm going to take my fruit snacks and I'm going to put 10 of them on here, okay? 1, 2, 3. These are all different shapes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so I have 10 on my train to start. We are going to be growing this train. It's going to be getting bigger, and we're going to be taking away from it. We're going to be disappearing. So we're going to be adding and subtracting as we play. Now I want you to just watch me first, okay? And then you're going to play by yourself with a family member to help you. First, what I do is I roll both of the dice. Now, what the goal is of the game, and you might be able to hear Marco in the background. He's doing something loud outside of this room. But the goal of the game is you want to have the train disappear. You want none left. So if you're playing against somebody at home, the first person who has none left on their train would be who wins the game, okay? But I'm going to show you how you work on this. I'm going to show you how to do it here, and then I want you to play at home, okay? So I'm going to roll. Okay. If you see, I got a plus on the blue. So right here, my roll, I'm writing plus 1. So my train had 10. I go to my bag of whatever I'm using as my train cars, and I add 1 to it. And now let's look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 10 plus the 1 equals 11 cars on my train. I'm going to go again. I roll. Oh, I got a plus and a 2. Plus 2. So I'm going to write it here. Plus 2. I go into my bag of treats, and I'm going to add 2 to my train. So 11 plus 2 equals 13. Now I'm going to double check it. Just because it says the number, I want to really count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, my train now has 13. My train is growing. We haven't really disappeared yet. Here we go. Now I have a minus sign and a 1. So I'm going to say minus 1. 13, now I take it away. Minus 1 equals 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I write it down. My train has 12 cars. I roll. Again, I got minus 1. So I'm going to do the minus subtraction symbol and a 1. 12 take away 1 equals 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now, if you notice, there's only room for one more on here, but don't let that stop you when you play. Keep going and try to see if you can get rid of all the cars on your train. Ooh, this was a good one, guys. I got minus 3. So let's see. Minus 3. I have 11 minus 3. So I'm going to put those back in my snack bag. Equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to put 8 here. All right, so this is where you record it, but I'm not done, right? So I would keep playing, and I'm encouraging you to do the same. Keep playing at home until you disappear all of your snacks. And the really fun part, if you kept your hands clean and you washed your hands before you played, you can eat these snacks when you're done, if your parents say it's okay, which is my favorite part of when I play. Okay, so you're gonna do this today, play the game today, and I have something in your packet for you that goes with this. Okay, so if you open up your packet, the last thing we did together, I told you this is a fun game that you can play at home called Penny Plate. You can go to this page, and I'm gonna show you a sample on the first one of what you do. This is growing and disappearing train practice, okay? They give you the train engine. That does not count as a car. And you're going to draw more cars or take away train cars to complete the sentence. So I'm going to show you an example here of how to do the first one and here of how to do the second one. And then when we end, I want you to do this bottom one all by yourself. Turn the page. And I want you to do these 3 by yourself. So there's going to be 4 problems for you to try to do by yourself, okay? This says 1 plus 3. Now what I told you, this does not count as a train car. He's the engine. So I have to draw 1 plus 3. This is all you need to do to make the cars. So I'm going to draw 1 car right there plus 3 more cars. 1, 2, 3. And then what I'm going to do is count up how many cars there are. Remember, he doesn't count. So I'm going to start here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Love bugs, if you want to check your work, you can go back to those snacks you had out and use them as counters. Look. 1, put it down on your paper, plus 3. 1, 2, 3 equals 1, 2, 3, 4. See? So you can check your work with your counters, whatever you use today. When you're doing subtraction, love bugs, 4, here's the starting number. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take away 3. So we're going to cross 3 of them out. The engine doesn't count. So I'm going to cross 3 out. Take them away. 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to count whichever ones don't have X's. I only have one that doesn't have an X, so I'm going to put a 1 here. If you want to check your work, use your counters. 1, 2, 3. There were 4 to start. minus, which means take away. 4 take away 3 equals. I have 4, I take away 3, and it leaves me with 1. All right, love bugs? So that's your work for math today. Just to review, you're going to play the growing and disappearing train until there are no cars left. And afterwards, you're going to do this number problem and then the 3 on this page. All right, love bugs? Remember, send me snapshots of your work if you can. Send them to Remind. Send them to my email. I want to see the work that you're doing. You guys are working so hard, and I'm so very proud of you. Have a good time, guys. Enjoy it. I'll see you real soon.